This is the light from Ambivision. It's the first really standalone ambient lighting device. Standalone here means you don't need PC software to drive the lights. Just plug a video signal from almost all devices, and then you feel like being more a part of the movie. Each LED is controlled separately to achieve a high resolution with an immersive effect. Ambivision takes care of your eyes by reducing eye strain and significantly extends your screen without any delays, compatibility issues, and difficulty with configuration. Thanks to the wall adaptive function, the color of the light is perfect regardless of your wall color. Just look at how Ambivision allows you to truly feel unique by intensifying your visual sensations. Now you can fully enjoy your TV or computer monitor. Add a new dimension to your viewing experience with Ambivision. Thanks so much for supporting Ambivision.
Introducing Cleverloop. Protect the people, places, and things you love with the next generation of smart home security. Easy to install, easy to use. Cleverloop, an evolution in smart home security. Stay connected by viewing live video footage from your phone or tablet. You'll receive instant alerts should anything unusual happen. Using the next generation of computer vision technology, Cleverloop will only alert you to the most important events and learns about what it sees. The video analysis is done privately on your personal system. You can store video clips on an SD card and record continuous footage to an external hard drive. Plus, you have the option to save important events securely on the cloud for no monthly fee. Set Cleverloop to know when you're home using geofencing or to be inactive at certain times. You can connect multiple cameras for a complete view from the palm of your hand in all weather, day and night. Peppy. Cleverloop. Smart home security evolved.
Hello, my name is Yvonne, and I invented the Dream Me. Don't worry, this has nothing to do with me. Before I reveal what it is, I would like to start my story from the beginning and hereafter lead you to what Dream Me is all about. Well, I have a tendency to wake up in the middle of the night, and when I do, I automatically check the time. This often annoys my husband, as he's a light sleeper, so I have to be very discreet not to disturb him. While laying in bed one night, checking the time, mails, Twitter, etc., similar to what most of us do on our smartphone, I thought to myself, why not have this feature display of time and date on the ceiling integrated directly onto my smartphone? Now that would be truly smart. And so the idea was born. The longer I think about this idea, the more I liked it because so many things came together. I usually have my smartphone laying on my nightstand anyway, recharging for the next day. Why not maximize its usage while the darn thing is loading anyway? The first question that came to mind was, is it possible to use the display of my smartphone for this idea? And if yes, how can this be done? For several months, I shared my idea with some friends and they liked it very much, examined a lot of designs and techniques to achieve this idea. Finally, the combination between the display settings and the usage design with special lens comes to a breakthrough. We decided to call it Dream Me. After overcoming the obstacles surrounding the hardware, the fun part began. As we were experimenting with the smartphone, we thought we should extend the features and not only just show time and date, but what else would be nice to have? Well, first, we could integrate other time zones and weather at local destination or other places. Most definitely an alarm would make sense, of course. Okay, how about a text to my husband splashing on the ceiling, which kindly demands him to stop snoring? Oh, and yes, this is cute and effective. Why not let us count sheeps? A falling asleep method for both me and the kids. The application for iOS and for Android is nearly finished. At this minute, we only have to produce the Dream Me hardware, so it's all up to you. If you also like the idea of Dream Me, please help us and be the first to apply your smartphone in a brand new manner.
I want to share my inspiration with you. Now, this looks like a normal motion lamp, but let's see what happens when I put this magnet to it. That liquid is magnetic. But how is that possible? It's called ferrofluid, and it's a really cool example of nanotechnology. Here are some other cool examples. When I look at ferrofluid, I see so much more than just a little novelty. I see potential. I see this whole world still waiting to be discovered. Magnetic liquid is this really strange thing that my previous understanding of science led me to believe was impossible. But then there it is, right there in front of me, daring me to question those assumptions that previously led me to doubt its possibility. And to me, that's powerful.
It's really fun. Really fun.
I think it's crazy how everything just glops together and then away and then glops together.
Okay, guys, there's two basic products that we're offering here today. There's the Inspiration and the Thinker. Now, the Inspiration is the ferrofluid motion lamp, and the Thinker is the small plastic display that has the permanently magnetized ferrofluid inside. Now, the Thinker does come in colored versions. You can actually add the color blue for an extra $24. You can also add the color gold. So guys, this is really important to me. This is a fun and educational product I want to bring to market. Please back my project today and help make this dream into a reality.
I'm so sorry, Tzaddik. I forgot to turn off your lights before Shabbos. But, come, let's play the Switch game. Ready?
No. It's Shabbos.
Meet Kosher Switch, patented technology endorsed by leading poskim and Orthodox rabbis, facilitating the on-demand control of electricity on Shabbat while making Chilul Shabbos impossible. Anyone who's observant experiences frustrations with electricity on Shabbat and Yom Tov. During one Shabbat, when the timer, the ubiquitous Shabbos clock, prematurely decided that dinner was over, I sat in the dark and thought, it's the 21st century, there's got to be a better way. Using my tech background, I was zochet to invent a method that leverages technology to enhance the observance and enjoyment of Shabbat. That's how Kosher Switch was born. Kosher Switch is not a grumma or indirect causation device. It's actually an ungrumma switch. It lets us have lights on or off as needed, instead of scrambling to predict those needs minutes before Shabbat. Kosher Switch reinforces a religious lifestyle that's also environmentally friendly by curbing needlessly wasted electricity. It also eliminates the accidental use of traditional light switches. Through its ease of use, Kosher Switch makes Sabbath observance attainable and maintainable by the masses. It also mitigates the prohibitions involving the often misused Shabbos Goy.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hi, I need a big favor. My bedroom, the lights are on, so I was wondering if maybe you could come up to my bedroom and...
Are you crazy? I ain't coming up to your bedroom.
Yeah, but the lights are on.
You're crazy.
But techno-halachic innovation is useless unless it also conforms with Jewish law. That's why we sought to validate Kosher Switch's halachic feasibility from day one. During years of R&D, we've been privileged to meet with Torah giants who have analyzed, endorsed, and blessed our technology and endeavors.
It's clear this is not a groma. It's Hilchos Shabbos. There's no question of any malacha being done by using that switch. In Mitzvah Sheni, I recommend that anyone asks their own Rav to find out whether it is within the spirit of Shabbos, although there is no real malacha.
He has endorsements from many poskim regarding the Kosher Switch. So I wish him הצלחה, ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשי ידיו.
ואני כבר בדקתי אותו וראיתי. ולפי דעתי, לא רק שזה מותר, גם אתה מצווה לך להפיץ את זה ברבים.
Now they even have a kosher switch. Kosher switch. You can turn the lights on Shabbat now.
ממה שקלטתי, שתברכו פינון אומר שזה גם קשה למהדרין.
I was mesmerized to be blessed to see such an invention in my lifetime.
But can the Kosher Switch really be kosher? It's clear why using it is permissible once we take a closer look inside.
The Kosher Switch is easy to use. We'll start in normal mode with the Kosher Switch on-off button in its off or down position. The Kosher Switch button isn't attached to anything electrical. Its sole purpose is to block or unblock an internally emitted light pulse. The pulse is currently blocked. When the Kosher Switch button is in the on position, the pulse is unblocked and the switch turns the room light on. Before Shabbat, simply slide the mode selection switch to Sabbath mode. Now the patented Kosher Switch technology comes to life. The green status light provides absolute assurance that there are no active internal light pulses. In reality, we're only moving an isolated piece of plastic. Just wait for the green and flick the Kosher Switch. When the red status light is about to change back to green, a single internal light pulse may be emitted, subject to a random degree of uncertainty. In this cycle, the pulse failed to emit altogether. Even when a pulse is successfully emitted, the ability for the pulse to be received is also subject to a random degree of uncertainty. Finally, the pulse is successfully received, and the Kosher Switch turns on the room light. The Kosher Switch is therefore permitted for consumer use, since all we've done is move a single, isolated piece of plastic.
We've spent years developing and enhancing the Kosher Switch while beta testing it in dozens of homes, institutions, and synagogues. Our latest milestone was obtaining UL certification. Now we're ready for mass production, but we need your help to meet our factory's minimum quantity requirements. By backing us, you're supporting this long overdue techno-halachic breakthrough and are making Kosher Switch a reality. So join us and spread the word. Together, we can improve the world one Kosher Switch at a time.
This book it's the Machinery's Handbook. So it's a book that every machinist has in the world. It has all of your equations and tolerances for milling metal. And it was given to me by my dad when I started the company. My dad was a millwright in the 1960s. This book was given to him by his master when he started apprenticing. So when I started the company and started learning how to machine metal, he gave me this book. And the reason it's so important is because this is the book that I learned how to make all the parts for that went into the first prototype of the scanner. So, so thanks to my dad for helping to make the scanner. We originally created it for ourselves to be able to have a good starting place for modeling, but after that we started finding a whole bunch of uses for it.
Drew did the first prototype. 3D printing, it's the future. You've got a lot of pretty disheveled looking pieces of plastic kind of duct taped together.
Flash programming and had a working scanner. I mean, it took 8-10 hours to scan an object with about 200 points. That's changed a little bit now. I mean, we get 2,000 points a second, so that's substantially faster. We ended up with a pretty awesome machine that was way better than what we had originally intended.
Drew and I used to work at a company together prior to starting this. Eventually, Drew decided to come and do this, and then shortly thereafter, I followed him.
Quit my job to start the company and get a shop and put all my money. It felt like putting all your chips on the table, you know, you were all in at that point. We pressed launch on the campaign and slept very poorly that night. People started hearing about us and people started posting publications about, or articles on publications about us, and it was overwhelming. You don't know what you've gotten yourself into. People that are dependent on you, you want to provide them the best thing possible. You promised it to them and they're looking for it and you want to give it to them.
Our backers have been incredibly supportive. You know, we missed a ship date just based on the fact that we got way larger volume of orders than we expected.
They've been so behind us since the very beginning because we've been honest with them, so they're very honest with us, and that's the relationship we have with them, and they're what make this amazing. The Matterform team was handpicked by me and Trevor, not just our friends, but people that we know we work really well with, people that have the same mentality as us, people who want to be honest with our consumers, who believe in truth behind the product, truth behind the company, openness, being forward with people. Those are the people that we work with. And the team that we've developed have the most eclectic skill set. They're the people that make this company amazing.
Well, I started out as a lawyer on Bay Street at a firm that was focusing on intellectual property, and you know, eventually I got into just all things innovative, so every need of an innovative company, and these guys became a client of mine, and I fell in love with this company, and before long I knew I needed to be here.
Although this isn't necessarily new technology, to a lot of people it's science fiction, and it's fun to be working in a space like that. And I see us continuing to do that. And I'd like to build the brand so that people recognize it as something that they can trust, as corporate as that sounds.
We're expecting a lot of feedback from people in terms of how they want to use this scanner in different ways. We want to learn about other markets, other people that are interested in using the technology when it's never been available to them at this price point before. We've also got all these ideas that we just couldn't put into the scanner originally. We still want to add because of timing or because of money or whatever. We couldn't add those features. So we want to add those into version 2 and really make it amazing.
You know, just given the team that's here and given the product that this company's starting with, I think in 5 years, the sky's the limit. I know for a fact that in 5 years, there's going to be scanners all over the world in people's hands, in people's houses, in shops, in companies. You know, people are going to have this thing. But I think more than that, in 5 years, there's going to be the next thing that this company does and the next product that this company launches. So take over the world. That's what this company's going to do.
Meet TinTag, the first rechargeable tracking device. Wonder what this tiny object can do? TinTag keeps track of your lost or misplaced items. With the help of TinTag app, it can end a tiresome game of hide and seek in seconds. Small and discreet, you can easily stick your TinTag to your keys and then locate them quietly with a flicker of lights. Enable the Keep Close option on your app, set a preferred distance, and get alerted if it goes beyond the set limits so you don't forget anything important again. TinTag will play a distinctive sound, so if you can't see it, you'll certainly hear it. It also works for items that went beyond that predefined range, sending you notifications with their last location, knowing where to look for them. With the help of our growing community, backed by a network of hotspots, you can keep an eye on your loved ones even from afar. Can't find your phone? TinTag can, at the press of a button. TinTag saves you time. Time to do what you love, with the ones you love. With no restrictions, just freedom and fun for all. TinTag is also compact and waterproof, and will survive even your dog's most spectacular dives. And it is always ready to go, recharging wirelessly with the help of the home-based companion. What can TinTag do? It can make your day.
Hi, I'm Andrei.
Hey, I'm Alex.
We've been working on TinTag for over a year, and now we have a working prototype.
We need your help bringing it to production. Help us create something great.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Have you ever thought about our cities becoming greener and more sustainable, in harmony with our natural environment? Have you ever thought about adopting efficient, ecological solutions to help change the way we live and treat our cities? What if we had access to healthier, tastier food, growing it, and even sharing it? It's not so hard to imagine, is it? At New City, we believe in resilient, healthy living in modern cities. And that's why we have come up with the urban food cycle. This equipment set will allow you to produce, process, consume, compost, store and reuse, creating your own sustainable and efficient urban food cycle in the city. But first things first, the New City Grow Bed. The New City Grow Bed is an efficient gardening system with self-regulating sub-irrigation. It's easy to assemble and low maintenance, and allows you to plant a wide variety of fruit, vegetables, and medicinal herbs anywhere. But how does the system work? Through the supply tube, you fill the water reservoir. Points of capillarity allow plants to obtain the water they need when they need it, while the ventilation area guarantees perfect oxygenation of the root zone, resulting in stronger, healthier, and more resilient plants. The New City Grow Bed is self-sufficient for up to 3 weeks, solving common problems such as excess or insufficient watering and drastically reducing water loss through evaporation or drainage. It consumes up to 80% less water than conventional cultivation systems. We are a team of 6 people who are passionate about permaculture, architecture and design, and who have joined forces and share knowledge for almost 2 years. Together, we have developed, tested and refined every detail of the grow bed. We have combined practical solutions with high-quality, durable materials to produce an easy-to-use product that is quick to assemble, compact and lightweight. Especially developed for urban agriculture, New City Grow Beds are suitable for any type of space and can be used individually or fitted together in different combinations, depending on the space available. Besides creating and developing equipment for urban agriculture, we believe that education has a key role in demystifying its practice, bringing urban citizens closer to nature. And this is why we dedicate part of our time to creating and sharing exclusive teaching materials about vegetables and the basics of organic farming and other sustainable practices. And best of all, they're free.
Hi, I'm Jose. And I'm Pedro. We're creators of the Grow Bed and the founders of New City Urban Ecology. We've made great progress thanks to our commitment and personal investment in the project. However, to take the next step, we need your help.
If you reach our target of 30,000 euros in 40 days, this money will help us cover the costs of the first large-scale production of our grow bed. Beyond this, we'll continue to develop and launch new products, making urban agriculture as easy and efficient as we believe it should be.
Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you.
This is Orr. Ever since he was a child, Orr had a special talent. A talent for things that fit perfectly into other things. Perfection is a rare thing to come across. It's that moment when everything falls into place. And you feel whole. You feel pleased. The world is in complete harmony. With that in mind, here's your car's windshield. Now, in a perfect world, where on the windshield would you put your phone? That's right, not on the windshield. Why? Because it's just not clever, and even illegal in some places. One day, when Orr was sitting in his car, he had an epiphany. He invented Radmo, the perfectly fitted mount. Radmo slides in your car's CD player perfectly, and your phone slides into Radmo perfectly. Perfectly. It's amazingly placed, it's stable like a rock, and it doesn't take up any windshield real estate. Radmo is made of infused nylon and is durable to last for years. This is not a fling. It's a very serious relationship. Yes, you can still use your CD player if that's the kind of thing you're into. No problem. Radmo's patented mount can fit any phone with any cover or without one easily. And it also fits GPS devices, mini tablets, or even two phones at the same time. Just adjust the handles and you're done. Radmo has no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, no lightning connector, no NFC, no USB, and yet it's the best accessory ever made for smartphones. So if you love things that fit perfectly, help us bring Radmo to the market. Radmo.
Do you support the idea of a free and safe internet without barriers and censorship? Shellfire now offers you a simple and easy solution, the Shellfire box.
Hi, I'm Max. And my name is Florian. We are the founders of Shellfire, and we believe that secure and free access to the internet is a fundamental right to every single person on this planet.
That's why we design our products to be easy and intuitive and make them freely available to anyone.
Meet Tom. Tom is worried. He fears that hackers could steal his passwords. Many of his favorite websites are censored or blocked in his country. And he doesn't want governments to spy on his data. Tom has now found a solution: Shellfire VPN. Shellfire VPN encrypts all of Tom's data and sends it through a secure server, thereby protecting him from hackers and other spies. Shellfire VPN overcomes any censorship. Tom is now able to view sports events and episodes of his favorite TV series that are otherwise not available in his country.
Over the last years, we built a worldwide infrastructure with servers in 20 countries. Our app secures your computer and your smartphone with just a few clicks.
We already helped more than 150,000 users secure their data and overcome censorship.
Tom wants to protect all of his devices. However, most of his smart devices like TVs or gaming consoles don't even offer the possibility to establish a safe VPN connection.
That's why many of our users have asked us for a simple solution to secure all their devices at once.
We had the idea to develop the Shellfire box, a tiny little box that securely connects all of your devices to our VPN network within a matter of seconds.
It's that easy. Plug in the power cord, connect the Shellfire box to your internet router, wirelessly connect your devices to the Shellfire box. To go back to your regular internet connection, simply switch back to your original Wi-Fi network. The Shellfire box comes with an easy-to-use web interface. It lets you select a VPN server in the country of your choice with just a few clicks.
If you share our idea of a free internet, support our campaign so that we can finalize the development of the Shellfire box to protect your privacy online.
If you want to further support us, share this campaign on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you.
Smart Shades automates your window shades in minutes, making your home smarter. Connect Smart Shades to your phone. Remove the front cover and attach the chain. Mount it to the wall and connect the solar panel and you're done. Now control your window shades from your smartphone. Personal, intelligent, simple.
Oak. There is no other material on Earth that exists to please our senses quite like it. That is why for centuries, wine and whiskey makers have used oak to bring out the best in wine and spirits. But the biggest problem, aside from the cost of oak barrels, is the amount of time it takes for the oaking process to work. So we had an idea, and the idea was revolutionary. Let's create the most practical, most exquisite, and the most efficient oak aging vessel on Earth. Introducing the Oak Bottle, the fastest oak aging vessel ever made. Handcrafted from the best sustainable American oak forests, the Oak Bottle is painstakingly handmade. Each bottle is charred inside to a medium level to bring out the distinct character of your favorite beverages. The Oak Bottle. It's time.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm Will.
And I'm Jessica. I'm going to tell you about an exciting new project that we're working on, Ubiome.
Scientists recently discovered a new organ in the human body. Incredibly, this organ isn't made of human cells. It's microbes! It's called the microbiome, and it's the ecosystem of microbes in and on your body. From your feet to your gut to your brain, the microbiome is important to the functioning of the human body. With your sample, our project will provide you with information, comparisons with others, how to understand your data, and empowering research about microbiomes like yours.
There are so many of these microbes in our bodies that microbial genes outnumber human genes 360 to 1. Researchers have linked diabetes, obesity, heart disease, anxiety, and other conditions to the microbiome. You have a different microbiome in your mouth, your sinuses, your ears, your gut, your genitals, and on your skin.
Certain species help digest food, some synthesize vitamins, others guide the immune system. Just as the health of the tropical rainforest depends upon biodiversity, our own health benefits from microbial ecosystems that perform vital functions for our health.
That's where Ubiome comes in. We're a group of young scientists that want to use citizen science to understand more about the human microbiome.
Citizen science is a way of crowdsourcing science. There are two main reasons we want to do citizen science. First, right now, microbiome research is stuck in the lab. We want to bring it to you. Second, working together, we can create the biggest database of microbiomes in the world.
Here's how we're going to do it. You fund our project, and in return, we send you a sample kit that you take a sample with and send back to us. We then use state-of-the-art DNA sequencing to analyze your samples and send custom bioinformatics back to you. Once we analyze your sample, you'll be able to view your own personal microbiome profile.
uBiome uses a number of sampling sites: nose, mouth, ear, GI tract, and genitals. For your gut, uBiome will show you your flora composition, your enterotype, the network of your microbiome, and the diversity of your gut flora. If you have, as this person does, elevated levels of Bacteroidetes, certain health conditions might be a concern. You can also compare yourself to others who have similar profiles, both by demographic and geographic data. The more people join the uBiome community, the more statistical power we'll have to investigate these connections. With 500 people, we can learn about diabetes and hypertension. With 2,500, we can also learn about breast cancer. With 10,000 people, we add heart disease and the bowel cancers. The more samples we get, the more we can learn and help the advance of science. Will and Zach just completed PhDs in cellular biology and biophysics at UCSF, and I'm finishing a PhD in mathematical sociology at Oxford University. We've also got a fantastic board of experienced scientific advisors that you can read about on our website.
We have the science and the team that can make this a reality, but we need people like you to get this project started.
We want to collaborate with you to build the world's largest database of human microbiomes, help people learn about their own bodies, and advance scientific progress. The more people we get, the more we can tell you about yourself and your microbiome. Please join us for science!